Hi there, good morning. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Weather Network. It is Wednesday. It is the 11th of February, 5:34. I'm Emily Vukovic.
And I'm Tom Reynolds. 37, did we say?
37 days till spring.
Days until spring.
Yeah.
Okay, the countdown is on. It's still cold outside.
It is, but it's not as cold as it has been, and today we're actually going to reach seasonal values. Hooray!
Well, that's nice.
It is nice.
East Coast is still getting hammered.
They are.
My goodness.
We're going to get a little bit of snow today.
Well, yeah, but nothing. They've got to have not much.
Well, I think the snowbanks are like 12 feet now.
It's
I think.
ridiculous.
All right, let's take a look at our current temperatures. It is chilly, but certainly not frigid. It's going to be mild until the cold air ushers in behind this, and then we're going to see potentially record-breaking cold.
Well, yeah, it's going to be very bitter. And we might see a little tiny bit of snow this morning, might affect some of the drive. We'll keep an eye on that.
And hey, kids, if you need volunteer hours, come and clear out a hydrant, take a picture, and then send it to us at the fire department. Hey, it works for me. Be a good neighbor. Your long-range details are coming up, but first, here's Tom. Well, we're seeing a little bit of a warm-up because of this warm front. We're kind of sitting into that warm sector, so that's why our temperatures are going to be seasonal today. We do have the snow coming in, and then once this tapers off, say goodbye to the mild air, and we've got frigid Arctic air on the way for us in through the day. Not so much tomorrow, but by Friday, we are really going to be feeling that chill. Light snow throughout the day on Saturday, coldest day being on Sunday. We're looking at daytime highs around minus 18, feeling like minus 30. Good morning. Thanks for joining us on this Wednesday. It is the 11th of February, 5:44. I'm Emily Vukovic.
And I'm Tom Reynolds, and looking pretty good out there so far. I'm just hearing maybe problems up in Barrie, northbound 400, maybe closed at Duckworth. It's likely due to construction. They've been doing a lot of work on the Duckworth ramp, so that could be part of the problem.
All right, well, temperatures this morning aren't too bad. I mean, today's actually going to be considered kind of balmy compared to what we've been dealing with. Tom, do you remember when the last time Lake Ontario completely froze over? Do you know the date?
Oh, gosh. You know what? I don't know when it completely froze. If it didn't freeze last year, it must have been a long, long time ago.
It was. It was 1934.
Before my time.
I know. Just a little bit, though.
Well.
1934. So, I mean,
long time ago.
Well, we're kind of taking bets here at the Weather Network to see if our cold temperatures this week could actually kind of...
We still have at least 50% unfrozen, though, don't we?
Oh, at least.
At least 60,
I think it's about 60, yeah. So we'll see.
I'm not so sure. There's an awful lot of heat being transmitted into that from the cities around it.
But it is going to feel like minus 40 at times this weekend.
Yeah.
All right, well, a lot of people have been doing this in their communities. Volunteer hours, saying, hey, come, clear your fire hydrants, take a picture of it, and be a good neighbor, and you'll get community hours for it. Great idea. Long range coming up, but first, here's Tom. Well, today, not a bad day. Seasonal temperatures, but we do have a clipper coming in, bringing us a little bit of snow, about 5 centimeters through much of the GTA. Once we get through with that, in comes the cold. We've got temperatures dropping significantly. More so Friday than Thursday. By Saturday, a new system comes in. That's going to warm up our temperatures just slightly when we get into that warm sector. But by Sunday, it's going to be absolutely frigid. We're looking at minus 18 as a daytime high, feeling like minus 30 through the city of Toronto. Clipper coming in today, helping us warm up. Our temperatures are actually going to be closer to seasonal values. Minus 3 is our daytime high. Light snow moving through the area. We're looking at about 5 centimeters, so not a ton. This is going to be happening throughout the day today. Temperatures, like I said, we're going to feel closer to minus 8 for this afternoon. But behind this cold front, we are going to be seeing a dramatic decrease in our temperatures. We're talking about bottoming out completely. I mean, by the weekend, it's going to feel like 13 degrees in Orlando, Florida. It just puts you a little bit into perspective how cold it's going to be here. We are going to see a lot of Arctic air filtering in. So Friday, cold. Saturday, we warm up slightly because of this tiny little clipper system. It's going to drop a little bit of snow for us. But Sunday, certainly going to be the coldest day of the weekend. And of course, it's Family Day weekend. So what are you up to? Are you going to be spending time outside with the kids? If you are, Sunday is probably going to be the worst day. We do warm up slightly for Family Day on Monday, but not by much. Snow for Saturday, minus 18 on Sunday, and it's going to feel closer to minus 30 when you factor in that wind for the city of Toronto. Hi there. Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Weather Network. It's Wednesday. It is the 11th of February, 4 minutes after 6. I'm Emily Vukovic, and thanks for joining us, Tom Reynolds.
I'm glad to be here. Just working on another problem out there. I'm telling you, I just was talking to the Ministry of Transport. They had a disabled tractor trailer who was blocking the right lane, and they sent the crash truck over by Pearson. Well, the truck started to move slowly along the shoulder. So it's still moving, so it's just moving slowly, so that's good news. We might get them off the highway.
All right, you know what you need? You need a Bluetooth.
Oh, Bluetooth, yes.
Yeah, we're going to have to talk to management about that.
Bluetooth,
if
yes.
you're always on the phone, you need a little.
Well, you know, I'm talking to the ministry, I'm talking to the OPP.
That's right, you need a Bluetooth.
All these people out there.
Let's take a look at our current temperatures.
So it looks good, a little bit of snow on the way.
Yeah, we do. We've got a clipper system coming in from across the Prairie provinces that's expected to drop anywhere between kind of 2 to 5 centimeters, but certainly about mid-afternoon in through the early evening. And then once this snow is over, we literally feel our temperatures drop out from underneath us.
Yeah, that's the thing. Over the weekend, it's going to be pretty bitter.
It's going to be awful. It's going to feel like minus 30 to minus 40 on Sunday.
Yikes. Oh.
Family Day weekend, yay! Monday will be a little bit better, and I'll talk about that in the long range. First, we'll take a look at what a community is doing to help out, to possibly save somebody's life. Or somebody's car, or, geez, lots of things. All right, we'll talk more about the long range and the cool down, but first, Tom, what's going on that 401? Well, the reason why we're actually kind of mild today is because we're going to be sitting nicely into this warm sector. And then behind the cold front, that is why we cool down dramatically behind all of this snow. So temperatures tomorrow aren't going to feel that bad, but you throw in the wind, it's going to feel closer to minus 20. Same story for Friday. And then on Saturday, new clipper system coming in, dropping a few centimeters. And then Sunday, again, frigid air continues to come in right from the north, and it is actually going to feel like minus 30 on Sunday when you factor in the wind chill. First, we're going to have to deal with a little bit of snow. Today, we're relatively mild. We're seasonal. Minus 3, feeling like minus 8. By this afternoon, this snow will come in. We're looking at about 4 to 5 centimeters through much of the GTA. Areas around Georgian Bay, like Huron, and even down towards Lake Erie can see a little bit of lake effect. Once this system goes through, temperatures will start to drop, and by tomorrow, we're going to be feeling closer to minus 20 when you factor in the wind chill. Friday, similar story, feeling closer to minus 20. And then Saturday, we warm up slightly with another clipper system, but then look at all of this Arctic air just filtering in from the north. Sunday's possibly going to be the coldest day of the weekend, with Monday being Family Day, temperatures warming up slightly. So we go from minus 7 on Saturday to minus 18 on Sunday, feeling like minus 30. And we're talking overnight lows of minus 23, feeling closer to minus 35, minus 40 with the wind. Thanks, Chrissy. I'm Emily Vukovic. It's Wednesday. It is the 11th of February. Not a bad start to the day. Temperatures today are finally going to be reaching our seasonal point, but unfortunately, that's not going to last. We've got temperatures today getting up to minus 20 tomorrow morning. Now, the clipper's not going to be bringing us a ton of snow. We're looking at less than 5 centimeters, but areas along the shores of Huron and Georgian Bay and even down towards Lake Erie could be picking up a little bit of lake effect. Temperatures dropping behind this system. We're going to feel that chill tomorrow and into Friday. By Saturday, we've got another clipper that's going to be moving through, again giving us a few centimeters of snow. And then Sunday, that is where we're really going to cool down. I know you thought Thursday and Friday were bad. Sunday's worse. We're looking at minus 9 tomorrow, minus 12 for Friday. Both days feeling like minus 19. Saturday, we warm up slightly because of that warm front with that system approaching. And then on Sunday, minus 18, feeling like minus 30. If you've got plans to be outside for Family Day, make sure you dress for conditions that feel like minus 20. Our overnight lows are going to be feeling more like minus 35. All right, I'm going to turn things over to Tom Reynolds for an update on your commute. But first, we have snow. Not much, but enough to make your afternoon commute a little slick. We've got about 5 centimeters moving through the GTA, 5 to 10 centimeters along the lakeshore, so along Huron and Georgian Bay, just because we have those winds coming in from the northwest, so we could see a little bit enhancement picked up down towards the Niagara region as well off of Lake Erie. Temperatures are literally going to fall out from beneath us. We have got temperatures that are going to feel like minus 20 tomorrow, minus 20 for Friday. Saturday, we almost get a bit of a break because we have another clipper system coming through. This is expected to drop anywhere from 2 to 5 centimeters, and then Sunday we really feel the chill. It'll feel like minus 30 when you factor in the wind chill. Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Weather Network. It's Wednesday. It is the 11th of February, 6:44. I'm Emily Vukovic.
And I'm Tom Reynolds. Still a little bit on the cool side, but better than it has been.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit of snow on the way.
Yeah.
We may see a little bit of lake effect this morning, so we'll have to see how the drive is.
Let's check in with Kevin Yard. He's in Oakville this morning. And Kevin, I mean, you were outside yesterday. Oh, no, you were inside yesterday, but outside the day before. And tomorrow and Friday look to be the coldest days of the work week. How does that make you feel today? Thanks, Kevin. Last time Lake Ontario froze over?
I don't remember.
It was in like the 1934, I think.
Yeah, it's not going to happen again.
No, it doesn't look that way.
As long as you have Pickering generating station pumping out nice hot water and all these cities pumping out hot water into the lake, not going to happen.
No, I don't think so either. But take a look at some of these temperatures. You might think otherwise. Well, maybe. Along Huron and Georgian Bay and even down towards Lake Erie. More about your long range in just a moment. But first, here's Tom with traffic. Well, we are going to be seeing a bit of a warm up today because of this warm sector. So -3, feeling like -8. Snow moves in around tea times, around 4 p.m., sticking through the dinner hour, and then we cool down significantly behind this system. Temperatures are going to be very cold for Thursday into Friday. We warm up slightly again for Saturday with a new clipper system. And then on Sunday, we get into that deep freeze, feeling closer to the -30s when you factor in the wind. Good morning. Thanks for joining us right here on the Weather Network. It's Wednesday. It is the 11th of February, 4 minutes after 7 o'clock. I'm Emily Vukovic.
I'm Tom Reynolds. We've got problems in the westbound Gardner, just seeing 3 lanes blocked right now. So look at that coming up. That's going to cause delays already back to the Humber. So it's going to be slow.
All right. Well, we've got Kevin Yard. He's live in Oakville this morning. And Kevin, I heard a rumor that you're going to be doing some Valentine's Day shopping today. All right. Thanks so much, Kevin. Yeah, snow on the way. We're not looking at a ton. I mean, it's going to possibly make your afternoon commute a little bit slippery. About 5 centimeters through the city of Toronto. Temperatures are going to drop significantly, and by the weekend, it is going to be downright cold. All of those details coming up. But first, here's Tom with traffic. Well, this clipper is going to be bringing in anywhere between 2 to 5 centimeters of snow through much of the GTA. But see, it's a fast mover. It's going to come in, going to do its thing, and then it's going to move out. You can see a little bit of lake enhancement behind it, especially down through the Niagara region. And then temperatures really drop behind the cold front. Tomorrow and into Friday, it's actually going to feel closer to -19 when you factor in that wind. Saturday, new clipper system warming us up slightly, and then Sunday, temperatures drop significantly. We're looking at daytime highs of -18, but feeling closer to -30 when you factor in the wind. It's not going to be a whole lot, but we do have a clipper moving in through southern Ontario throughout the day today. The timing could certainly impact your evening commute. It's going to be a fast mover, and by the time it moves out, what we're really going to notice is the cold temperatures behind that cold front. It is going to feel like -19 throughout the day tomorrow and into Friday. Snowfall amounts, not huge. We're looking at 2 to 5 centimeters, mostly for the GTA, but around Barrie and up through Cottage Country, even down towards the Niagara region. Lake enhancement can certainly give us a little bit more heavier snow. Saturday, new system comes in, and Sunday we really freeze. Well, the snow is on the way today. Temperatures are going to be relatively mild. Why? Because we're sitting in this nice warm sector. We've got a southerly flow with this warm front. Snow will develop later on this afternoon, continue through the evening hours. It'll be out by the overnight, but then we're going to notice a huge dip in our temperatures. Lake effect could also be giving us about 5 to 10 centimeters through Barrie, over towards Aurelia, down through London and through the Niagara region. But for the most part, generally speaking, we're looking at about 2 to 5 centimeters for the GTA. Cold temperatures tomorrow and into Friday. Saturday, we warm up briefly before the real cool down begins on Sunday. Hi there. Good morning. Thanks for joining us here on the Weather Network. It is Wednesday. It is the 11th of February, 7:44. I'm Emily Vukovic.
And I'm Tom Reynolds, and we've got a lot of problems out in the highways. The last few days, we really haven't had a lot of precipitation, but still a lot of crashes, and some of them very serious. So right now, we've got problems on the 403. We've got problems, new ones on the Don Valley Parkway. We'll update those coming up.
All right. Well, we do have a little bit of weather on the way today, and it's not so much going to affect your morning commute. Lake Erie, we could see a little bit of lake enhancement. So 5 to 10 centimeters, not out of the question. Today is going to be our warmest day, and then it's just going to go right downhill from here.
Yeah. Weekend could be nasty.
It could be. I think it will be, especially if you're outside on Sunday. But first, let's take a look at our temperatures for today. We're looking at -3 for a daytime high, which isn't bad. That's seasonal. That's exactly where we should be for this time of year. Temperatures start to decline rapidly. It's going to be cold tomorrow. It's going to be cold on Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday. Well, you're going to have to wait to see the numbers for that. I'll talk more about the long-range forecast coming up. But first, Tom, tell us about some of those issues. Well, the reason why we're warming up slightly, I like to say warming up -3, but it really is. I mean, it's seasonal compared to what we've been seeing, is because we're going to sit kind of comfortably in this warm sector. We've got a southerly flow coming up, and that's going to help keep us mild. Once that snow finishes, we've got that cold front coming through, and then our temperatures are going to drop significantly behind it. A little bit of lake effect continuing on and off throughout the day today, a few flurries throughout the day tomorrow, and then on Friday, feeling like minus 19. Saturday, a new clipper system moving through, again warming us up, very similar to what we're seeing today. And then for Sunday, temperatures really bottom out. We're looking at minus 18, feeling like minus 30 when you factor in the winds. Now you're thinking, okay, I can handle that, but overnight lows, we're looking at overnight lows into the minus 20s, feeling more like minus 35 to minus 40 throughout much of the GTA. So bundle up this weekend. Good morning. Thanks for joining us here on the Weather Network. It is Wednesday. It is the 11th of February, 4 minutes after 8 o'clock. I'm Emily Vukovic.
And I'm Tom Reynolds. That makes it hump day. We're halfway through this work week.
Yay.
Yay, which is good, but I don't like the temperatures.
Today they're not bad.
I don't even like today, but I'm willing to accept them.
It's seasonal. It's
well,
minus 3.
I know. It's still damp and cold. And do you find... we'll get to it later.
Okay.
I'll talk
Kevin Yard joins us live in Oakville at a bakery this morning. And Kevin, I am so incredibly jealous of what you are partaking in. First, you lure me with a spa day a couple of weeks ago, and now you're in a bakery. You're killing this pregnant lady. The first reason is because I'm a woman. The second reason is because it's Valentine's Day. The third reason is because I'm pregnant. So I will take it all, and Tom will get nothing.
Yeah, that's nice. Take some back for Emily, but not Tom. Come on.
Tom, you're not pregnant.
I'm definitely not pregnant. Right now, let's go and have a look and see how we're doing on the highways. Well,
we've got a clipper on the way that's going to bring us some light snow, but it's also helping to warm up our temperatures to minus 3 this afternoon when we get into that warm sector. Once we see that snow pass through, we're going to see much colder temperatures behind that cold front. Not a ton of accumulation, 2 to 4 centimeters, generally speaking, throughout the GTA. Areas along the shores of Huron, Georgian Bay, and even down towards Lake Erie could pick up a little bit of lake enhancement, so 5 to 10 centimeters, certainly not out of the question. We are going to feel a drastic cool down Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We warm up slightly again because of another clipper system, but then on Sunday temperatures drop out and we're looking at minus 18, but feeling closer to minus 30 when you factor in the wind chill. Well, we do have a little bit of snow on the way. Temperatures are actually going to be relatively mild today. We're looking at minus 3, so that's seasonal for us for this time of year. In comes the snow behind this cold front. That's where we're going to see that dramatic change in temperatures. 2 to 5 centimeters, generally speaking. We could see a little bit more along the lake shores just due to some enhancement. Temperatures are going to be a big story this Family Day weekend throughout the GTA. By Sunday, it's actually going to feel like minus 30 when you factor in the wind. Well, it doesn't look to be too bad. I mean, we do have a clipper system moving through. It's helping to keep our temperatures relatively mild, but it is bringing in about 5 centimeters of snow, generally speaking. Could see a little bit of lake enhancement along the shores of Huron, Georgian Bay, and down through Niagara, so 5 to 10, certainly possible. Temperatures are going to cool down dramatically behind this system by tomorrow, feeling wind chills of minus 19. Good morning. Thanks for joining us here on the Weather Network. It's Wednesday. It is the 11th of February, 8:44. I'm Emily Vukovic.
And I'm Tom Reynolds, and it has been a busy rush hour. Once again, in spite of the weather being cooperative, a lot of crashes, so really slow on a lot of routes, a lot about long-term crashes, which sort of really mess things up.
All right, well, we're going to join Kevin Yard before Tom gets back to his traffic details. Now, Kevin, I know you're right downtown Oakville. You're on Lakeshore. You're kind of on my route home. I may just have to stop in and pick up, a dozen cupcakes, maybe a cake, that kind of stuff. Well, you're not going to make us share because nobody shares a cupcake. I'm sorry. Not in a million. All right, your long-range details coming up. I've got a big cool down to let you know about, but first, here's Tom with traffic.
I would like one of each of those. Just a little box.
Well, we do have that snow on the way that Kevin was mentioning. Just a clipper system bringing in a few centimeters of snow, 2 to 5 generally speaking for the GTA. Could see a little bit of lake enhancement along Huron and Georgian Bay and down through the Niagara region, 5 to 10, certainly not out of the question. Temperatures are going to be a huge story this weekend for Valentine's Day and for Family Day because they are going to plummet. We are going to be feeling wind chills by Sunday afternoon of minus 30 and then warming up slightly for Monday. Good morning. Thanks for joining us here on the Weather Network. I'm Emily Vukovic. It's Wednesday. It is the 11th of February. With Valentine's Day right around the corner, I don't think Kevin Yard could have picked a more perfect spot to spend his morning. He's live in downtown Oakville. And Kevin, you just showed me like a chocolate yummy fudge cake something or other. Now, this is true that you are going to bring some back to the studio, right?
Maybe one or two. Yeah, maybe one or two for you for sure.
Scrumptious. I like that word. Thanks, Kevin. All right. Well, if you're just thinking about Valentine's Day and you need to go out and get some gifts, today is going to be the day to do it if you don't want to be doing it in freezing cold temperatures. We're looking at -3 today throughout tomorrow morning. Temperatures are certainly going to be a big story. So we do warm up in this warm sector. Snow moves out and then the cold temperatures move in right behind that cold front. Now, we're not seeing a ton of snow. We're only looking at about 2 to 5 centimeters, generally speaking, for the GTA. But areas along the shores of Huron, Georgian Bay, and down towards Erie, we could pick up 5 to 10 just with that lake enhancement with those winds. And then behind the Clipper, our temperatures are going to be dropping. Look at that northerly wind coming in. So Thursday, Friday, feeling closer to -19 when you factor in the wind. Saturday, little Clipper moving through, bringing us some light snow, but also helping to warm up our temperatures. Now, I do want to mention that this is a system that we are currently watching for Tuesday, so the day after Family Day. If this moisture, this is coming up from the Gulf, so if this Gulf moisture moves in through southern Ontario by Tuesday, this could be a messy commute. Remember the last time we had a Gulf low come in? I'm not throwing out 40 centimeters of snow. I'm just saying, remember, they could be impactful if they move a little bit further north. Temperatures by Sunday, frigid. We're looking at -18, but feeling like -30 when you factor in the wind. Thanks, Chrissy. I'm Emily Vukovic. It is Wednesday. It's the 11th of February. It's a decent start to the day. We've had temperatures that are going to be hitting seasonal values, so make sure you get out and enjoy it because our temperatures are going to plummet over the next few days. So today we're going to hit a daytime high of -3. Now, the reason why our temperatures are seeming to warm up is because we're going to be sitting comfortably in this warm sector throughout the day today with that southerly flow. Cold front's going to bring in the majority of the snow later on this afternoon in through the evening, then it will quickly move out. Could still see a little bit of lake enhancement along the shores of Huron and Georgian Bay and down towards the Niagara region. But generally speaking, we're looking at about 2 to 5 centimeters of snow. Now, behind this cold front, temperatures are going to drop dramatically throughout the day on Thursday, feeling more like -19 Thursday and Friday. Saturday, a new system will come in, and that will bring us some light snow, but it'll also help warm up our temperatures, very similar to the system today. So Friday, yes, it's cold, it's -12, feeling like -19, but then Saturday, we bump up just slightly to -7, feeling like -14. Well, behind that cold front, that is where we're going to see a big push of Arctic air, and it is going to feel absolutely frigid. -30 is what it'll feel like. For Family Day, I know a lot of people have outdoor activities planned. Well, you certainly are better to go outside on Monday than Sunday. Monday in Hamilton, we're looking at a daytime high of -13. Thanks, Natalia. Great story, great initiative. It's going to be cold enough this weekend to certainly want to toque. Temperatures are dropping, and I'll talk more about that coming up in just a few moments. Thanks for joining us here on the Weather Network. I'm Emily Vukovic. It is Wednesday. It is the 11th of February. Valentine's Day right around the corner. Kevin Yard couldn't be at a better spot. He's at a bakery in downtown Oakville. And Kevin, what are you guys baking now?
That is good.
Thank you.
Say back to you, Emily, because I have my mouth full.
Back to you, Emily.
Thanks, Kevin. Thanks a lot. There better be cupcakes in a box coming back to the studio with you. I'm just saying. Anyways, right? We do have that Clipper that Kevin was mentioning, and yes, it is going to bring in some light snow, but certainly not heavy amounts. We're looking at about 2 to 5 centimeters, generally speaking, throughout the GTA. Behind the cold front, I think our big story is certainly going to be our temperatures. They're changing dramatically. A lot of northerly air coming in. We are going to be seeing a new low come in for Saturday, but Sunday is where our temperatures really drop out, being Family Day weekend, Valentine's Day weekend. If you're spending time outdoors, bundle up. It's going to feel like -30 on Sunday afternoon. Well, it's good to know that we're not the only ones feeling the chill, right? Thanks for joining us. I'm Emily Vukovic. It's Wednesday. It is the 11th of February. It's a cool start to the day, but daytime highs are certainly going to be impressive, meaning, yeah, they're going to be seasonal. And then we cool down. I'll show you that in just a few moments. Here's a great initiative that I know that they're doing that in Springwater, and I think that's just a great initiative for kids to help out in the community. Today we've got a Clipper system on the way. Temperatures are mild with that warm front, but then behind the cold front we drop significantly, and it's going to be cold. We've got a lot of Arctic air filtering in behind this system. Not a ton of snow. We're looking at about 2 to 5 centimeters through Toronto, Hamilton, through Oakville and Burlington, but down through Niagara we could see a little bit of lake enhancement. Same deal for you in Barrie and over towards Goderich and London. So if you have travel plans later on this afternoon and in through this evening, that's where you could see some slippery road conditions. Thursday, Friday, wind chills making it feel like -19, and then Saturday, new Clipper system comes in, moderates our temperatures just slightly because of the warm front, and then Sunday, It's like we've opened up the freezer. We're looking at minus 18 for a daytime high, but when you throw in that wind, it's going to feel like minus 30. Your weather across Canada. The National Guard gets called in, and $3 million to save the monarch. This is News in a Minute. Frigid temperatures and snow are dominating headlines in Canada. A series of nor'easters are coming into the Atlantic yet again later this week. Temperatures will plunge by Friday in the east as that polar vortex makes its way back. The western prairies could see double-digit highs by the end of the work week, and BC is actually getting a break from heavy precipitation. The National Guard has officially been called in. Record snowfall has left many people across Massachusetts behind mountainous snowbanks. Now help has been called in from the National Guard to remove crazy amounts of snow. And finally, $3 million to save the monarch. The monarch butterfly has been imperiled in recent years by environmental problems and habitat loss. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service announced it's launching a campaign to save the creature, giving $3 million to conservation projects.